Most drivers are damaging their engine every single morning, and they don't even realize it. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about normal, everyday driving. Cold starts, short trips, pulling out of your driveway like it doesn't matter. Over time, that adds up to thousands of tiny wear cycles. And I've seen the result firsthand. Engines that should easily reach 200,000 miles, failing early, camshaft wear, bearing scoring, sludge buildup, repair bills, $2,000, $5,000, sometimes over $8,000. And here's the part that bothers me. Most of that damage was preventable. Something is happening in the first minute after you start your engine that most drivers completely misunderstand. By the end of this video, you'll understand the real Japanese idle trick, why it works under real driving conditions, and the one habit at the end that quietly cancels everything, no matter how good your maintenance is. Hidden habits that control engine wear. We're starting at number 12, and if you think this is just about idling, you're missing the bigger picture. Number 12, starting and driving, immediately under load. Most drivers don't realize this is one of the most common hidden mistakes. You start the car, drop it into gear, and go. No pause, no thought. Here's the problem. When the engine starts, oil pressure builds quickly, but not instantly everywhere. Top-end components, camshafts, lifters, are still waiting for full lubrication. I've disassembled engines that were driven this way daily. You see light scoring on cam lobes, early wear patterns. Oil analysis often shows elevated iron during cold cycles. Real-world impact? You're increasing wear every single start. Simple fix. Wait 5 to 10 seconds before moving. Let oil begin circulating. Not minutes, just seconds. Number 11. Using thick oil in cold conditions. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. They think thicker oil equals better protection. Sometimes, yes, but not at startup. Cold oil becomes thick. Slow moving. I've seen engines running 10 W40 in cold climates. Delayed lubrication was obvious in teardown. Studies in oil analysis show higher wear metals during cold starts with thicker oil. That's not theory, that's real data. Consequence? More friction, more wear, every morning. Fix. Use oil appropriate for your climate. For most drivers, 0W20 or 5W30 flows faster at startup. Number 10. Letting the engine idle too long. Now, this is where people misunderstand the Japanese method. They think more idling equals more protection. That's not how modern engines work. At idle, combustion is incomplete. Fuel can wash down cylinder walls. I've opened engines from heavy idle vehicles, taxis, delivery cars, carbon buildup, sludge, sticky rings. Oil analysis often shows fuel dilution. That means thinner oil, less protection. Consequence? You're trading one type of wear for another. Fix. Short idle only, not long warm-ups. And this is where it gets interesting, because the next mistake is what most drivers combine with this one. Number 9, revving the engine to warm it up. This is one of the biggest hidden mistakes. You start the car and give it gas, thinking it helps warm the engine faster. Mechanically, that's the worst timing. Oil is still thick. Clearances haven't stabilized. I've seen engines with premature valve train wear from this habit alone. Cold revving increases load before lubrication is ready. Consequence? Accelerated wear in the most sensitive components. Fix? Keep RPM low for the first few minutes. Let temperature and oil catch up. Number 8, short trips without full warm-up. Most people don't connect this to engine wear, but they should. Short trips mean engine never reaches full temperature. Moisture and fuel stay in the oil. I've disassembled engines used mostly for short commutes, even with regular oil changes. Sludge buildup was significant. Oil analysis confirms. Fuel dilution. Water contamination? Consequence? Oil degrades faster, protection drops. Fix? At least once a week, drive long enough to fully warm the engine, 20 to 30 minutes. Number 7, ignoring oil pressure behavior. This is something most drivers never think about. They assume if the engine is running, it's protected. Not always. Oil pressure builds quickly, but distribution takes time. I've seen engines where repeated cold starts caused micro-wear patterns. Nothing dramatic at first, but over time, it adds up. Consequence? Gradual internal wear that you don't notice until it's expensive. Fix? Respect the first 30 to 60 seconds after startup. That's where the engine is most vulnerable. Number 6, short controlled idle, not warm-up, stabilization. Most drivers don't realize the purpose of idling is not to warm the engine, it's to stabilize the system. That's a big difference. The mistake? Either no idle at all, or excessive idling. What actually works? 5 to 15 seconds. That's it. Mechanic explanation: when you start the engine, oil pressure builds quickly, but it still needs a moment to reach critical areas. I've disassembled engines that were consistently given that short pause, where patterns were noticeably cleaner at the top end. Cam lobes, lifters, and journals showed less scoring. Oil analysis from frequent cold start vehicles showed lower initial wear metals when drivers allowed a brief idle. Real-world impact: you're reducing the most aggressive wear phase. Drawback: if you extend this into minutes, you start causing fuel dilution, so it has to stay short. Number 5, gentle driving immediately after startup. This is where most drivers get it wrong. They think the job is done after idling. It's not. The mistake? Short idle, then aggressive driving. Mechanic explanation: oil is circulating, but it's still cold. Cold oil doesn't protect under load as effectively. I've seen engines with this exact pattern: short idle, followed by hard acceleration. Result? Bearing wear increases under load. Real-world data shows oil viscosity stabilizes only after temperature rises. Consequence: you undo the benefit of idling. Fix: drive gently for the first 3 to 5 minutes. Low RPM, light throttle. Number 4, building temperature, under load, the right way. This is where the Japanese method differs from typical habits. In many Western driving patterns, engines idle longer. In Japanese driving patterns, engines are driven gently sooner. Mechanic explanation: engines warm up faster under light load than at idle. Faster warm-up equals oil reaches optimal viscosity sooner. I've compared engines from both habits. Vehicles that warm up under light driving often show cleaner internals, less sludge, more stable wear patterns. Organizations like the DOE and EPA also note that idling is inefficient for warm-up. Real consequence: long idle delays, optimal lubrication conditions. Fix: after short idle, move the car, drive calmly, let load, not idle, bring the engine up to temperature. Number 3, matching oil to real driving conditions. Most people choose oil based on what's printed on the cap. That's not always enough. The mistake: ignoring how you actually drive. Mechanic explanation: short trips, traffic, cold starts, all stress oil differently. Oil analysis reports often show higher fuel dilution in short trip driving, faster viscosity breakdown. I've seen engines with perfect oil change intervals, but wrong oil choice for their driving pattern. Consequence: reduce protection when it matters most. Startup. Fix: if you do frequent short trips, consider high-quality synthetic oil with strong additive packages. Look for API SP Dexos 1 Gen 3. Number 2, reducing cold start frequency. This is one of the most overlooked factors. Most drivers focus on what happens after startup, but not how often it happens. The mistake? Too many short, separate trips. Mechanic explanation: each cold start creates a wear cycle. More starts equals more cumulative wear. I've seen engines with low mileage, but high start cycles. Internally, they looked worse than higher mile engines. Oil analysis supports this. Higher wear metals per mile in short trip vehicles. Consequence: you age the engine faster than the odometer suggests. Fix: combine trips. Avoid unnecessary cold starts. And this is where it gets interesting, because even if you fix all of this, there's still one factor that determines whether your engine lasts or fails early, and most drivers completely misunderstand it. We're halfway through, and this next part is where everything comes together. Because the real Japanese idle trick isn't what most people think it is. The final secret, number 1, plus what most drivers get wrong. Now, we get to the part most people miss. Up to this point, everything makes sense. Short idle, gentle driving, reduce cold starts. But here's the problem. I've seen drivers follow all of that and still end up with worn engines. Not catastrophic failure, but accelerated wear that shouldn't be there. And this is where most mechanics won't go deep enough. Because the real issue isn't just how long you idle, it's what the engine actually needs in the first minute. Number 1, the real Japanese idle trick. Most drivers think the trick is start the engine and wait. That's not it. The real principle is control load while oil flow stabilizes and temperature begins to rise. That's it. 3 things. Flow load time. If you get those right, you reduce the most damaging phase of engine operation. Most drivers don't realize this. The engine doesn't fail because of high mileage. It fails because of how it's treated in the first few minutes, every single day. Treating idle as the solution, or treating driving as if the engine is ready immediately. Both are wrong. Mechanic explanation. When you start the engine, oil pressure builds quickly, but oil flow distribution takes longer. At the same time, metal components are still cold. Clearances are not at operating tolerance. Oil is thicker than normal. That means higher friction, lower film strength under load, delayed protection in critical areas. I've disassembled engines that followed different habits. And you can see the difference. Engines treated gently after startup. Smoother cam lobes, less scoring, cleaner bearing surfaces. Engines driven aggressively too early. Micro wear patterns everywhere, especially in the valve train. Oil analysis reports from labs like Blackstone consistently show higher wear metals during cold operation cycles. The U.S. Department of Energy also notes engines reach optimal efficiency faster under light driving, not idle. Japanese driving patterns, especially in urban environments, naturally follow this. Short, idle to gentle movement to gradual load increase. That's not a trick, that's behavior. If you get this wrong, you increase wear every single day. It doesn't show immediately, but over 50,000, 80,000 miles, it adds up. That's where you see timing chain noise, valve, train wear, reduced engine smoothness, and eventually $2,000 to $6,000 in repairs. Simple fix. This is the real version of the Japanese idle trick. Step 1, start the engine, wait 5 to 10 seconds, no more. Step 2, drive immediately but gently. Low RPM, light throttle, no sudden acceleration. Step 3, for the first 3 to 5 minutes, avoid high load, no hard acceleration, no high RPM pulls. Step 4, let the engine reach operating temperature naturally. That's it. No long idle, no aggressive driving, just controlled load. You're doing 3 things at once, allowing oil to circulate, reducing stress while oil is thick, accelerating warm-up under light load. That combination minimizes wear, not eliminates it, but reduces it significantly over time. The hidden truth most drivers miss. What they don't tell you is this: oil pressure is not the same as oil protection. You can have pressure, but still have incomplete lubrication at critical points. And that's where wear happens. Most drivers focus on oil brand, oil change intervals, additives. Those matter, but they don't matter as much as behavior. I've seen cheap oil last longer in well-driven engines than premium oil in poorly driven ones. That's not marketing. That's real-world teardown evidence. What actually extends engine life? If you apply even a few of these, you reduce daily wear, and over time, that's what determines engine life. Not one big decision, but thousands of small ones. Cold starts, short trips, driving habits, that's where engines live or die. Final thought, the Japanese idle trick isn't a secret button, it's a discipline. Start calmly, move gently, let the engine stabilize before asking it to work. Do that consistently, and your engine will age differently than most. Now, I want to hear from you. Which part of this surprised you the most? Was it the short idle or the gentle driving phase most people skip? Comment below. If you want more real-world mechanic insights like this, subscribe, because the next video breaks down the real reason engines fail right after an oil change. And if you think startup habits matter, what happens during that moment might surprise you even more.